All right, what's happening, crew? We're back with another Oz Trails overview, and this one kind of holds a special place in my heart. We're at what I like to call the gateway to the Oz Trail. So literally right behind us over there is downtown Bentonville and Lawrence Plaza. So this right here is what leads you into 100 and, I don't know at this point, 152 miles of soft surface trail right out that way. So this is a very key trail. This is what leads you into everything. It's amazing for almost every level of rider. Now there's a few key areas that we're gonna point out and walk through, but what we're gonna do today is we're gonna break it down and we're gonna show you what it's like to be led into the magical world of the Oz Trails. Now, before we, hang on a second, dude. All right, so here we go, a true because Bentonville moment. This is Brian? Brian, all right, cool. This is Brian. Brian has actually been to town, but it's been a while, so he's not really sure where to go. So I thought, hey man, that's pretty cool. You can follow along while we do this Oz Trails overview. And he said, sweet. So Brian, what's your last name, Brian?
Kennedy.
Kennedy, okay. What do you do for work?
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube?
Yeah.
Dude, this is gonna go on YouTube too. So I got a pretty decent following, dude. Maybe we get you some subscribers. All right, so pretty cool to have this dude here in this video, and it's funny the way it worked out, but you know, we talk about mountain bike capital of the world, and I firmly believe that. Now, Brian Kennedy, or BKXC as he's better known to the universe, you've been a few places to ride your bike.
All over.
All over, okay, so then who better to talk about what the mountain bike capital of the world means? When you hear that term, what does it mean to you?
Oh man, put me on the spot.
Yeah.
Well, I think this mountain bike capital of the world means that every single type of rider can come out and have a ton of fun. Can't really say that about Whistler or Moab, but in Bentonville you can.
Okay, so it's funny because that's what I wanted you to say. Whistler's amazing, Moab's amazing, there's places in Colorado that are amazing, and it's funny here, I think what makes us the mountain bike capital of the world is what's behind us. So this gateway into all these trails is something that, well, you look around, you see them all, every different kind of bike. We've seen 20s, we've seen like hybrid towny cruiser bikes, doesn't matter. All those bikes can be here and there's something that they can ride. So what are some other things like mountain bike capital of the world? In order to say that, it's more than trails, right? What else do you have to have?
You gotta have food, you gotta have lodging, bike shops.
I guess those are things that have to be there. What do you think so far of, let's just say, the food?
Oh, it's been great. 8th Street Market.
8th Street Market.
Been there twice in 2 days already.
What about the Meteor? You been to the Meteor yet?
I had a burger at the Meteor.
What'd you think?
That was fantastic.
All right.
Double patty.
2 patties better than 1. Pizza. Pizza at the Meteor is great. Are you a barbecue man?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what's great about this, and this hasn't been this way for a long time, but right over there, that's Wright's Barbecue. Wright's Barbecue is some of the best brisket that you'll ever have. And trust me, I understand we're not in Texas, but I lived in Texas for a long time, and I've had a lot of Texans say how good that, you have the brisket? That brisket's good. So great food, great coffee, great art. Like literally halfway down this trail, a little place called the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art. Yeah, I think we've talked about it enough. Why don't we go ride it?
Let's do it.
All right, so what I need you to do is lift the camera and say, are you ready? That's cool.
Are you ready?
right, so fun, flowy to this point. This is the first real tricky section. So you got this rock berm behind me. We're gonna see how Brian navigates it. sounded okay. So this is the first place where people get a little spooked. Eyes up. So as you're coming down the trail, look up to see what's coming. When you see this turn, don't make the common mistake of coming in low and riding up the inside to the top. Come in, stay high, and use that angle. Now, if it's been raining or there's a little dew on the ground, be careful because this can get slick. You're okay to stop and walk it. Remember, pre-ride, re-ride, free-ride. Nice, look at you. This guy with his trail etiquette. First thing you come to is this crossing. I was gonna tell him to yield for pedestrians, but he obviously did it. So this part of the Greenway Trail is very heavily trafficked, and we're going over there. So when you come in here, again, high eyes, check the traffic, roll on through. After you, my good man.
All right.
Clear. So we're at a pretty cool section. Brian's standing on what we'd call the A line. We have the B line over here. So this is the first probably pretty big feature. It's a planed off giant tree. Dude, how often do you see something like this in your travels?
Every once in a while. Yeah. Legit places will have something like this. It'll get your jubilees all tingled.
There you go. I couldn't have said it any better myself. So we're gonna roll through and we're gonna show you both ways. I'll play it safe and take the B line. This dude can take the A line. You rock like a manual over it or something.
Easy.
Nose wheelie.
No, I was gonna do that, but I don't wanna make you feel bad.
Touche. Can't be the mountain bike capital of the world if you don't have some very specific on-trail amenities. So the bars are a little crooked, and use this tool stand to get them straightened out. So as soon as you get in a little bit, you roll over that cool little brick jump, you're gonna come into a set of awesome berms. So as you can see, Brian's ripping through behind me. These berms are tailor-made to help give you a little bit of a taste of what you're gonna get deeper into the Oz Trail. So remember, look ahead, have fun, get that bike leaned over to the angle of the berm. You'll dig it. You're getting close to the bottom, you're picking up a ton of speed. Now you're coming into a spot that tests some riders. So you can see Brian ripping through in the background. A couple of tight downhill switchbacks. So remember what I've told you, eyes up, come in slow, hit that entry point high, turn down, eye up the next berm. Keep the speed in check and have some fun. Well, folks, we're getting towards the end. this magical carpet ride known as the top of All-American. Because again, All-American continues on a little bit deeper, but this spot right here, this spot is one that holds a special place in my heart because I'll come out here and I'll session for 90 minutes, sometimes 2 hours. And the reason is right over there is a spot that was tailor-made for that. So you can session, meaning you can do it over and over again, and there's multiple lines. So we talk about that progressivity, and Google it, it's actually a word. You can build progression over there very well. Really fun tabletop that builds well, but then you have some rollers to the side so you can break it up a few different ways. Now, one of the most important things here, in my opinion, is housekeeping, meaning the traffic down here can be incredible, especially weeks like this, spring break or holidays. Now, this is a highly trafficked area. You have a greenway coming through. So first and foremost, if you want to stop here and do some sessioning, make sure you're off to the side of the trail, and then be cognizant, be aware of everybody that's around you. If we all share the trails and we all look out for each other, we can continue to have tons of fun right here and nobody will get hurt.
So here we go, we're gonna drop in. We had to ditch Brian because he was way too popular. So they're doing a little maintenance here because we had some people ride through when the trail was wet. So remember, there's a lot of clay cap here. So most of these trails are good when it's wet, but this one isn't the greatest. So we'll check up a little bit, no pedestrians. And so this is fun because it just kind of rolls up and down, kind of get yourself warmed up, pump into these. And some people like to just cruise through this a few times so you can drop in and roll back up. So keep your eyes up, see who's coming, because you have a lot of different levels of rider. So some people come through pretty slow. So again, rock berms, get up high, lean over. Now really slow it down. So when you get to here, slow down, almost to a complete stop. Check it out to see, hi there. Make sure you're clear and there's no pedestrians. So again, be careful here, come in high. Those can be a little slick when it's wet. So if you're not sure, take your time and roll it in slow. So there we go, we're gonna climb up. And once we do that, we come into one of the first features. So this is fun. You got dual lines right here. You can go left if you want, or you can stay right. Cruise along this big planed off log. So that now we'll keep heading up north. So another thing that's pretty cool is to our right here, you have Crystal Bridges. So a pretty decent museum. Hey there. All right, and so a couple of options. We can hit the little rock skinny, or we can stay left, and then got a little wood skinny right there. So again, you see the options. Hit the rock, same thing right here. So the younger riders love this. Some of the older riders too. So fun little wood structure. And you got another one right here. So these rollers are fun. Just pump into them, get those legs warmed up. So again, the whole time, the greenway is right over there on your right, and there's the Crystal Bridges property. So you can hit this top section or peel off and go down there. So here's another one. Cool little raised section, wood platform. Some more rock sections. And again, these are really fun. This is very friendly for pretty much any level of rider. Just keep your eyes up, look ahead, see what's coming. Now, for some reason, you get up to this point and something isn't right about your bike. Got to make an adjustment. Maybe add a little air. I don't know, maybe you got too excited and need a restroom break. So right up here, you have a little station where you can work on your bike, and there's also a bathroom. What's happening? So here you go, little brick, and then you can come out of that, have some fun, another roller right here. And so these berms come in high, lean the bike over, eyes up, see where you're going, hit a little jump right there. Same thing right here. We'll jump on the outside, come in, and again, keep your eyes up, see where you're going. This is really fun. Check the speed a little bit. Right through here now. Really check your speed. Come in slow and get comfortable with these. Come in high and drop down in. So most people come in really low and go up high. Do the opposite. If you're nervous, you can even sit in your seat and put your foot down. So once you come out here, keep your eyes up, pretty sharp left coming out, and then you can just get ripping. So right here, you can go left or right and come in. We're gonna hit the tabletop, and then fun little switch back, manual, and there you go. That is the start of All-American.
All right, crew, there you go. The top of All-American, the gateway to the Oz Trails, one of the raddest spots that I've ever ridden. Brian, what do you think, dude?
Yeah, I can't think of another downtown trail that just gets going and gets going so good right from the start. A second away from where you just had ice cream in the square.
So I think that's the point. Part of it is get people really excited, but also give them a trail that has some fun features that allows them to build a little bit of confidence as they go. So they can kind of get a measuring stick of what's left as you continue with All-American, which goes all the way down into Slaughter Pen, all the fun stuff. You've seen some more of what's in there. And what do you think about it?
Oh, it's fantastic. You just see every type of rider out here. Families, big people, small people, every type of people. And It's so cool. And every time I get a lap in, I get a little bit better too.
Yeah, it's fun. That's the hard thing to get across, is literally everybody can ride here. So we're starting to see it, and hopefully all these trails overviews are helping you get a feel for what it's like. So check all of them out. If you want any more insight, shoot me a message. info@therideseriesmtb.com. You can also follow along behind the scenes. We got some great behind the scenes from this shoot at the Rich Drew. Make sure you check out this guy's small YouTube channel. It's BKXC, I think, right? BKXC at Instagram as well.
Yep, got them all.
All right, so Brian's here. He's doing some fun stuff. He's hitting all the trails here, so be sure to check that out. And I think we've wrapped this. It's time for us to go down there and keep riding some more.
Let's do it.
All right, so do you know how we close these videos out?
Do me a favor, go ride something new, and maybe I'll see you on the trail.
Peace out, dumpers.